Okay, welcome. We'll start our lesson today. So let's first recap what we learned during our last lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you remember? Whatever we learned?
I don't remember. So we spoke about, I remember the leadership management.
Okay, good.
That's it. No.
What is the difference between leader and managers?
So the managers are they carry out tasks in a short period, so they have to manage the process basically. Whereas like leaders, they it's a long-term type of role, and they have to organize everything for future development basically.
Good. So leader normally is the future long term.
Yeah.
Okay, so well done. So today, and then we discuss about HR regarding what's been meant by HR, HRM, human resource management.
Yeah. So everything that's included in in choosing the employees for a business, managing the process and expectations of employees and their development, appraisals, and all that kind of things.
Yes, we discuss, during our first lesson, different function of leadership, HRM, leadership and management. We discuss, common issues in HR, how we'll manage, staff turnover. We discuss some legislations as well surrounding discuss Discrimination Act, and which will try to be further demonstrate on it. So, first of all, whenever we have a recruitment and selection, and we'll select people, we always need to be a contract, employment contract.
Yeah.
Employment contract need to be clearly, all the roles and responsibilities should be clearly mentioned. The holidays are individual are entitled.
Yeah.
Health and safety policies of the companies. Wednesday's procedures of the company should be including in the job contract. So these sort of the things should be there. What is the difference between recruitment and selection?
What is the difference between them? I don't know. Okay, so I guess I don't remember. The recruitment process is about preparing the right job ads, I guess, whereas like the selection is to choose the right person for the right role, I guess.
So choosing selection is mean the taking and checking the ability of individual, and recruitment where job design, advertise, job advert, which newspaper will you use, which media we use to attract, all the jobs advert and job description, job specification, those always include in the recruitment process. So during our last lesson, we discuss about a bit, our discussion was recruitment. Then we discuss about internal or external we can recruit. Yes, internal recruitment could be promotions, and we discuss about external recruitment as well. So recruitment and selections. So recruitment is the process of searching prospective employees and stimulate them to apply for a job in the organization. Recruitment processes obtain number and the quality of employees that can be selected in order to help organization to achieve objective. Recruitment process help to the management for select the right. So first step is a recruitment and selections come after recruitment.
Yeah.
Selection is a part of recruitment, we can say other way. So so we can make our recruitment and selection policies and procedure by looking the present and future of the organization, and we can plan it. We're supposed to have a job pool, where we have all the employees CVs and things from the job pool. We can select, the candidates as well.
Mm-hmm.
So recruitment is like we discussed. Recruitment and selection, internal sources, transfer promotion, external could be press advertisements, yes, educational institution, placement agencies, employment exchange, labor contract, recruitment at factory gate. Recruitment at factory gate, like, daily staff, especially labor workers, so we can recruit at the gate. In the people used to come and sit outside the factory, and the supervisor say, today we need 10 employees, come on, these sort of employees we require for 2-day work. So that
Yeah.
is okay. So recruiting required personnel, searching for the prospective internal source, external source, evaluating the effectiveness as we need to. Selection is the process of picking the individual out of the pool. So we have so many applicants, and we are picking the right person with the right skills, with the right abilities and competencies, so we can put them in for the right. So that's why. So selection process could be aptitude test, interviews for the selection.
Yeah.
Give them task, they can perform, and we can assess them that they have a competencies in those areas.
Yeah.
Also, selection procedures could be preliminary interviews, application blank, selection test, employment interview, reference check, background analysis, medical examination, final approval, and evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
Test could be informal interviews, formal interview, depth interview, stress interview in different situations, depend upon the nature of the job.
Yeah.
So then when we have selection, then we have inductions and orientation.
Mm-hmm.
So planned inductions of employees to their jobs and for their jobs, their co-workers and the organization. Orientation, also called induction, is designed to provide a new employee with the information he or she needs to function comfortably and effectively within our organization. Advantage of formal induction help to build up a two-way channel of communication between management and workers. Proper induction facilities in informal relation and team workers among employees. Effective induction such indicate around £3,000 costs will normally occur to recruit one person. One employee to recruit, 3,000 to £5,000, depend upon the size and the nature of the job. But if we not retain it, and there is a failure of the retention, reason is we don't have a proper inductions in place. So people feel stress in a few weeks. The environment they feel, it's not a friendly, not giving, and their sense of, not part of the team. So what will be happen? Ultimately they will be stressed and they can leave the organization.
Yeah.
So that's we did, and I put. Did you attempt this quiz?
No, I actually didn't, to be honest with you. And yeah, I was trying to finish the finance assignment, which I haven't, but I'm gonna send you what I've done until now, so if you could have a look, because because I saw you.
No,
Yeah.
no problem. Sorry, I was last week, totally packed. No, I'm a bit, the next week we have a half-term week, so I'll, sort out other places. So
Okay, that's fine.
so next now we'll do the quiz. We'll do a quiz, short quiz. So it's good to be in a hands, our understanding about recruitment selection, which is a part of learning outcome 1, and then of course our learning outcome 2 is quite simple, which we'll link as well. Okay, so next we're looking now this quiz, and okay, it's about recruitment selection and training, because LO2 is all about training and development, so which will difference. So the percentage of employees who leave the business over a period is known as
labor turnover.
Well done, correct, great, good. Which of these methods would be the best to identify the personality of candidate? So if we want to identify the personality of the candidate,
face-to-face interview, or
face-to-face interview, good. Face-to-face interview.
Psychometric test.
So we'll go through we're looking the individuals. Okay, an increase in the labor productivity which allow businesses to labor productivity is increased, which allow businesses to what they can do when the productivity increases.
Can increase fixed costs and lower prices.
Okay, well done. Lower prices and increase profit. So a business which has a trouble retaining its staff is said to be what we can
low staff retention.
Well done. That's a big issue in organizations. The most common method of selecting an employee in the UK is
a formal interview.
Well done. Which of these would best measure how good an applicant is at a particular skill? Which test?
One second. Aptitude. No.
Psychometrics?
Maybe. I don't know. No, aptitude test, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know.
Aptitude, because they're liking, disliking. That's
okay.
What sort of aptitude towards particular role. Okay, employees who are headhunted tend to be headhunted.
Those who can senior managers or directors, maybe.
Okay. Good, well done. Because headhunted, yes, good. The process of selecting candidates suitable for interview is called the what we can call.
It's called shortlist.
Good, well done. Okay, a key advantage of internal recruitment is, what is the advantage of
this thing insights into employee skills and ability?
Which of these is not a measure of workforce performance?
It's not a measure of workforce performance. Absenteeism.
Absentees?
Not a measure. No.
Gross profit. Okay. We'll review. We'll see. Well done. So that was psychometric, to check the personality of candidate. When we're looking the skill, we do aptitude test. So otherwise we do psychometric. Lower price, low retention, formal interviews, senior managers, shortlist. Well done. Gross profit. Okay. Gross profit mean the profit, we said the how much things we bought, how much is cost me, and we'll get, gross profit, cost of sales, like we learn in finance and accounting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a part of.
Oh yeah, I didn't understand the question. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, well done. Good, still 8%. Great. So move forward. So next, now today lesson, we are moving forward and we are covering now. If we look, we are doing LO2, 2.1 and 2.2.
Okay.
Explain how maximize both individual and group performance by implementing different performance management solution. Performance appraisal method we can discuss, like during last lesson I mentioned you performance appraisal, 360-degree appraisal,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll go through for the lessons as well. We'll try to link career development and lifelong learning to tourism and hospitality businesses. Lifelong learning is quite crucial because things becoming obsolete with the passage of time, and skill always need to be upskilling. So we use the word upskilling is quite crucial. So maybe we'll say, oh, I have a master degree, I'm a perfect in my profession. I'm not. After a few years or after a few months, in a year, 2 years time, I need a refresher on it.
Yeah.
What new theories, what new skills came in the market, because there is a competition, there is the innovation, there are technologies, changes are happening. So we need to, the customer behaviors change. If I don't have understanding about culturals and various others, especially in terms of the hospitality industry, those are the quite crucial and we must have to be obtained. Okay, today lesson will moving forward, introduction to training and development, explanation of reward and performance, discussion on issues and trend in a HR, and learner will be able in a position what is the training and development, what is the difference between them, and reward system, how this will help to be improve the performance. So we are covering LO2. What do you think? What is the difference between training and development?
So the training is the actual course that someone has to do. So it's so it's the actual course to learn new skills. Development is a bigger is the improvement of the company. So it's something that needs to be decided for to see it, like looking at the future of the company. So the growth of the company or changes, there must be development within the organization, and the development can happen through the training.
Okay, brilliant. So training is to be day-to-day routine jobs people are do effectively, efficiently, and they know how to do it.
Yeah.
Development is a long term where the people can, if the organization is growing, they can develop themselves. So like, extra management course you're doing, even you are a machinist. Yeah. So those skills, that's a long term. So we're looking training, new skills, new system, improve efficiency. The development is a long development opportunities will help to create further opportunity. Promotion could be through development, personal development, CPD, which is quite crucial, continuous professional development. So performance excellence to people is based on the 10 points code of good employment practices. If in our organization we have a good employment practices, performance could be improved. Recruit and select with care. Equal opportunity recruitment, good employer, attract, select and employ quality staff, whether full-time or part-time, legally entitled to work in the UK, offer competitive employment package, contract of employment, health and safety, and good employer, ensure the staff is fully aware of the conditions of the contract. Do performance, we need to look around how as the organization we need to develop. For job design, to clear roles and responsibilities, job specification, training and development. Good employer consistently seek to improve the productivity, business efficiencies, and customer service by improving staff competencies, motivation, effectiveness, and job satisfaction. Communicate effectively so that you and your staff are working toward the same goal. Communication, grievances, and disciplinary procedure needs to be in place, and recognize and reward. Those that are performing better, they should be get the reward out of it. So we need to be look around for the good recruitment and selection as well. All these as an organization we need to be follow. Okay, training is an organized activity for increasing the knowledge and skill of the people. Defined purposes. We have a purpose to be. Yes, we have a low productivity. We want to give the training. We are spending money on it, and we should do it. What's happening? Yes, if the training is effective and well designed, it could be help us to improve the performance and productivity within our organization. So it involves the systematic procedures for transforming technical know-how implies as so increase their knowledge and skill for doing specific jobs. So that's all about the training.
Yeah.
So proficiency could be according different authors. Training is according to Edwin. Training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of any employees by doing the particular job. Like, if you're working on the front desk employee, or you are working in any other department, so you need for training, how to interact in at least customer service level 2 qualification, sort of how to tackle the objection. You well need, good information and training, about your product and the refund policies and those sort of things. Okay, increase the knowledge of the workers is doing the job. Training help it's impact the new skills among the workers systematically. They can learn quickly, bring about the change in the attitudes of the worker toward the fellow worker supervisor, to improve overall performance of organization, to make worker handle material, machine, and equipment efficiently, through check the wastage of time and resources, to reduce the number of accident by providing safety training, and prepare worker for higher job by developing advanced skills. So that's all, the training purposes or objective of the training.
Yeah.
So next, training and development. So training increase the job skill, but the development change the attitudes.
Yeah.
So for training specific skill, for development is overall development. We're not just for the specific role. We're developing as a good human being, or good thinker, as a good researcher, or those skills will help individual to be in the long run be beneficial for the organization. Short term perspective training and development, long term perspective. Job oriented in nature is a job related training. Career oriented, where their career development could be. They can be a managers within our organization. We don't need to recruit it because they're well aware of the culture of the organization. That's why we do. Okay, role of a trainer is important, and the self development is very important. Self development, self interest as well. Induction are the orientation training, job training, apprenticeship training, internship. Apprenticeship is a huge nowadays. A lot of companies is one is called any company is a climate levy there. So the companies normally provide the training, and they have it's a called levy. So levy will help them to be select like if they're paying 3 million, 10% of the payroll, the money is going toward the apprenticeship fund, and that fund the company must need to use it within 12 months. If they don't use it, that money will government use to develop the skills. So that's a new government commitment. That's why apprentices are everywhere, we're seeing nowadays this government policy. So why should training important to be implied? So we need to look around the changes of technology, greater productivity, stable workforce, increased safety, economical operation, quick learning, standardize, so we can make high morale of employees at preparing the future managers and better management. So all we need to be look around, we always need to be look around, we measure the needs of the training, we select the target group to whom we need to be provide the training, preparing the trainer. Yeah, other package, who will give the training? We don't have a trainer. So we need to be trainers need to be trained. Like, especially in hospitality industry is quite crucial because we interacting with the human and they have a different behavior and the cultural differences and all sort of things, we need to be tackled, and a lot of legislation in terms of the refund policies, in terms of the customer care and the health and safety, data protection, sales good act, all these sorts of training need to be well aware of the people, those are dealing with the customer. Of the training package, presentation, performance, follow up. Yes, after training we need to be follow up trainings. So not you train once and then you think, oh no, is enough. Of course, organization analysis, task analysis, human resource analysis, setting training objective. So we provide training, but training need to be set objective. What purpose we are giving training? I mean, every day training, there is a purpose behind it, and we could measure the performance as well. Okay, on-job training could be coaching, understudy, and the position rotation. That provide the train is a part of training. You're going different department, you're learning as well. Other training could be on-job training and off-job training. Is you do training within doing the job, and off-job you be sent to attend other organization, other places. Off-job training. Off the job training, like special lecture, some discussion, conference training, case studies, sensitivity training, special project, committee assignments. So these sort of these training quite crucial in our organization.
What was the vestibule training? Was that
part of the on-job training as well?
Okay. Which?
Like if I'll say in hospitality, like you're working as a chef, So somebody teach you how to handle the things,
Okay.
So it's a sort of is a training. I'll check again this word itself further types of the under the part of training. Okay, increase in efficiency, a worker reduction in labor turnover, increase in discipline. All these trainings benefit.
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Okay. Training, then advantage of the training. So better career opportunity, high reward, increased motivation, group effort. We can evaluate training by evaluation process. Yes, we'll do assessment afterwards, and we can do benefit of training. We already just discussed, check the cost of the training, cost and benefit. If you're spending every pound we'll spend on the training, what is happening with that pound? Yes, if we are spending 10 million pound, what is 10 million pound bring it? If we are spending a lot of money on to tackle the crime, yes, online, like online crimes, and we spending money, people those are dealing with those things, but what's happened if nothing crime reduce it? So we need to think about that training procedures were not effective. Yes, so we need to be measure it. Okay. For purpose of the training evaluation, it helps us to control further research, intervention, and the power we can get from it. Feedback, research, and control. Yes, control is means putting the things correct. Yes, We're checking things are running smooth or not. So process of training evaluation, before training, during training and after training, you check the knowledge of employees.
Yeah.
Various method of observation method. You observe yourself, employees handle, employees is doing quick, used to take them more time, now is taking less time.
Yeah.
Stuff or the way of speaking individual. You can do the questionnaire to assess them. You can do interviews, self diaries, self recording of the specific incidents. So all these are the measures we can look around to evaluate it. Yes, productivities, quality improvement, reduction in cost, accident, labor turnover, and all these, we can use these things, to measure reactions, learning, job behavior, result, what's happened with it as overall organization. Like, flip and trip health and safety training, it should be reduce it, how people record it. So we need to look around. Reward and recognition. Is it reward help to improve performance?
To what performance?
Reward, system, like, paying bonuses. Yes, if we have a good reward system. Reward is a physical token of appreciation of the service, effort, or achievement. Reward can be form of cash or in form of non. We call intrinsic, extrinsic. Intrinsic means the cash, extrinsic something we can't see but we can recognize it. The best person or the best sale person of the year. Yes.
Yeah.
In cash, but we are giving them recognition.
Yeah.
Like award, certificate, those sort of things. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we sending them up? We sending them, for holidays a week.
Yeah.
So these, we need to look around.
Incentives.
So cash reward, free vacation, free meal, membership. Yes, write off the loan because you perform better. Recognition could be a simple part of shoulder words of praise, certificates, gift, or the trophies could be part of conflict. So sometimes conflict is a nature that's a part of the life. It's positive or negative conflict could be in our organization. So we need to be manage them. Conflict if we have in our organization, so that will ultimately help us to improve the performance. So conflict management help to appropriate decision. You will have a confidence, better prepared, and deal with the conflict future. Any question?
No, it's not.
So because sometimes conflict leads to the poor performance in our organization. So we need to look around the causes of the conflict. Misunderstanding could be embarrassment. So we need to look around the causes of the conflict: hurt, pride, prejudice, and the peer pressures. That could be causes of the conflict. Causes of the conflict varied perspective on the situation. Belief system could be, and the value resulting from the personal background, accumulated life experience, and objective and interest could be that leads to the conflict. Sorry, don't know why this. Okay, so conflict, type of conflict and how we can tackle them. So by have a data, by interest, by structurally design it, and by value in it, so we can look around these. I message have three parts: a state, a feeling, describe a specific behavior, how it affect you. So a message, how could effectively communicate it, that will help to be, maybe some people just conflict start, oh no, that's not, but we need to engage them. By engaging them, that will help us we betterly and remove the conflict. Engaging them, involving them, or grouping them. Any question?
No.
Like you both have the conflict, you must work together, solve it how constructively and respectfully. We have a conflict, that's fine, no problem. You keep your conflict, I'll keep mine. Let's, we'll carry on working because we are at work. So we don't need to be any sort of, the politics sort of thing. So I feel you both have a feeling, you must, express them, resolve the conflict, keeping anger, fear, sadness inside only makes the conflict more difficult. So we need to resolve it. So it's a big unit. It's called conflict management. So a lot of organization they teach this unit as a separate unit, different the conflict and in different situation how we can tackle it. Okay. So you both have a reason for wanting. So what you want and feeling as you do, ask each other reasons and ensure you understand them and recall that at time you agree to disagree. Or my understanding could be you both are have a view, to resolve the conflict constructively. You must see the conflict from the both side. You must listen them both sides and then try to resolve it. Maybe as a management side, you both need to be come up with the voice agreement that make both people happy. So we need to look around as a manager to make both happy. And let's choose and shape. So you must select agreement that seems fair, and you should not agree on the situation that leaves one party happy and the other party unhappy if we have a conflict. So we need to be keep both parties happy, but the real world is quite difficult sometimes. But we need to look around the situation, identify the reasons for conflict. Yes, if is it maybe an organization we don't have a clear policies in place, the people the conflict will start.
Yeah.
So you have a control over these. To deal with the conflict we need to look around how we can put the control as a manager. So is only the clearly policies and procedures in place that will help us. So we need to be manage conflict, strength of relationship and build the teamwork. Out of control, damage the relationship, which leads to the poor performance of the and ultimately we lose. So these are different step we can look around. Encourage open communication. Yes, if we
Yeah.
just defensive and hidden agenda, so then of course not.
Yeah.
All these steps we need to be followed. If so just I put it few slides for the sake of because that leads to the performance as well. So causes of the relationship conflict, miscommunication, strong emotion, stereotype, cause of value conflict, causes of the structural conflict, causes of the interest conflict. So different causes, lack of information we are giving, misinformation we are providing to the people. That's why conflict start. So we need to be focused on these points to be remove the conflict. So conflict resolution model. This model is all about how we can reduce the conflict. First, we need to be how we individual obstacle could be relationship obstacle, environmental obstacle, because different environment, different culture. So we need to look around the politics, like see self-evaluation, all these the points, IQ level, individual styles, human being and experience, all these will help us to tackle the, according to this model, we need to look around these to be tackle the conflict. Each group have provided subject to provide a short briefing. So we need to look around. It's quite good website.
Okay. It's like rocket.com, is it?
If you just copy,
Okay.
few slide there is called Crazy Meeting. So some organization on the conflict, they have prepared some PowerPoints. So then let's I'll show you here. So how we can tackle the conflict. Because especially the hospitality industry could be huge of the area of conflict. So how we can tackle it. So conflict
Okay.
could be. I don't know why it's not running properly. Okay. I think so. They removed this. It's a quite long time ago. I put the link. Just 1 second. Need to go back to my slide. Crazy.
I think the slide rocket is to create PowerPoint presentation and web seminars.
Yes, basically to staff thus. So have you tried Crazy before?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, Crazy is sort of like your two learner. You saying to them you can need to do meeting between them, and they can create like in your teaching perspective as well, in the business perspective,
Okay.
like a presentation,
Okay.
through using the Crazy. Okay, what is the conflict? How the conflict will impact? So you can using the PowerPoint, you can create some Crazy on these points. Okay, so
I need to prepare that.
sorry.
You said I need to prepare a PowerPoint presentation on the conflict part.
What just try to reflect your own experience. You ever feel or face any conflict?
Okay.
That will help you to reflect in term of, even you can include in your assignment as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you want to make your own Prezi, you can. It's a free. You don't need to pay anything. Yes. So you you can join free. The Prezi. You don't need to pay anything. It's a just there are other tools as well, quite good. I'm not sure. Have you tried ever? I think so. We work once WebEx. If you want to be like, if you're working in a hotel industry, the conflict, you can arrange meetings, by using these tools,
Yeah, definitely.
So that sort of things which we can. Okay, the recruitment and selection, we already done this quiz. We don't need to do again. Any question?
No, I think I'm fine.
So today we learn about what is the difference between training and development. So what is the difference between training and development?
Training is a short-term, it's got a short-term perspective, and it's aimed at improving the skills on the job, whereas like development, it's got a long-term perspective, and it's more a career development type of thing, self-development as well.
Brilliant. Well done. Great. So I need to send you some.
Yeah, could you send me the one from last week as well, please?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I think so. I missed. Okay. Issue, challenges, trend, and facing hospitality industries. What are the issues? Sustainable development. How we can do in hospitality industries. Multicultural issues. How these we can address it. Challenges confronting the hospitality industries. Yes, labor shortage, cost constraint, all these lead to technological issues. So various these issues: data mining, yield management, economic. It is quite good to read this article.
Yeah.
Quite a bit old, but it's quite good too. Still points. I'm going to send you now both. So I'll see you. Is it okay same time next week?
I think next week I think I won't be able before 6 p.m. actually. Can we do 6 p.m.?
No problem. I can do early if you want to do early, or if you want to do late, let me know too.
If maybe I can manage for 5:30, but I'm not sure. So I'll email you on Friday to let you know.
No problem. Just drop me emails.
Okay.
Okay. So
yeah.
Can we do a bit research about let's say Hilton Hotel? Yes.
About
Hilton Hotel. Hilton.
Okay.
Let's do a bit research about training and development procedure of Hilton Hotel. Do a bit online research.
Training and development, yeah?
Yes. So like, when you see online, you will find, what sort of training they provide, new employees, and what sort of development activities, how much they're spending, some sort of information.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, brilliant. I'll see you next week then. Have a nice weekend.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye then.